So there's a bombardment of YouTube videos, people making YouTube videos, TikTokers, people that are afraid, saying that Hispanics have been bamboozled into voting for Donald Trump, and that they're now we're now because if you don't see the nopal in my forehead and the nopal on this guy's forehead too, we're Mexican. I'm Mexican, Mexican American, Mexican American. But there's an onslaught of videos, people saying that we have been bamboozled into voting for Donald Trump.
They're constantly, no matter where they look, are being told lies and disinformation about Kamala Harris or Trump or about this election cycle.
And that we are about to regret it because our and their nonos and their ninas and their ninos, tios, our tias, our amigos, our friends, they're about to be deported. The question is this: is Donald Trump the first one deporting people? Now, putting all jokes aside, that's a legitimate question. What? Because they're saying the same thing.
All Americans, not only in the states most heavily affected, but in every place in this country, are rightly disturbed by the large numbers of illegal aliens entering our country.
Even as we are a nation of immigrants, we're also a nation of laws.
There it is.
Undocumented workers broke our immigration laws, and I believe that they must be held accountable.
They're bringing drugs, they're bringing crime, they're rapists, and some, I assume, are good people.
The jobs they hold might otherwise be held by citizens or legal immigrants.
Isn't that what Trump says?
The public service they use impose burdens on our taxpayers. That's why our administration has moved aggressively to secure our borders more, by hiring a record number of new border guards, by deporting twice as many criminal aliens before, by cracking down on illegal hiring, by barring welfare benefits to illegal aliens.
Cracking down on illegal hiring. Isn't that what Trump is saying?
And also the welfare.
The
right?
borders are. That's what the new borders are saying. What's his name?
Tom Human.
The talk of a mass deportation is racist. It's threatening to the immigrant community. It's not threatening to the immigrant community. It should be threatening to the illegal immigrant community.
Okay, so the whole topic of deportation, it's a very delicate topic and is not to be taken lightly. Why? Because it's never fun when families are separated.
Yeah.
But I think that we must say this, that Obama deported a bunch of people, and in fact, they called him the deported in chief.
And that's why we're going to keep focusing enforcement resources on actual threats to our security. Felons, not families. Criminals, not children. Gang members, not a mom who's working hard to provide for her kids. We'll prioritize.
Wait a second. My stepdad was working hard to provide for his family. So I'm sharing that story not to say that I'm okay with the deportations that Trump claims he's going to do.
We will begin the largest deportation operation in the history of our country.
But what I'm saying is that deportations have been taking place for years, but now under the Trump administration, and it happened also in his first presidency, they've been hyperbolizing what he's doing.
Trump's new border czar, Tom Homan, says his priority will be deporting immigrants who pose threats to national security and public safety.
You better start packing now.
Latinos, Mexicans, Hispanics, that's you, that's me, that we're being constantly bombarded by misinformation. And that because we're being constantly bombarded by misinformation, we're going to believe it. So it's not our fault that we're believing lies.